you kind of make a range of music really. It's kind of more of a direct um, direct product of a bunch of different influences. But I kind of tend to just brand it as like club music really, purely because it exists across like various BPMs and kind of beat structures and things like that. Kind of inspired by like a lot of hip hop and like kind of regional club music from the US. Been doing it for as Girl Unit. I've been doing it for since 2006 or so. But for the whole time I've been producing about 11 years. Just like I first started when I was about 16. The first kind of electronic music I started listening to was really like a product of that whole early 2000s like electro clash kind of period, where I discovered the kind of the old school Dutch electro sound, and I really just got really into it, and it kind of just inspired me to produce at the time because it was really minimal and very raw, and I was like, I know I can make something like this. I mean, like I kind of discovered a lot more kind of underground, I guess urban music you would say, and I guess what I make now is kind of just like a product of this whole journey, of like musical journey that I've been on so far, which is a lot of like just sounds from various kind of scenes all over the world really. There's a lot of people really. I mean, what's nice is that like a lot of people that really inspire me are I'm quite close with now. People like the Fade to Mind camp in LA, who are kind of like, it's kind of Night Slugs' sister label, producers like Nguzu and Nguzu and Total Freedom and Kingdom. They've all got this thing going on which I'm really inspired by, and also like the guys on Night Slugs as well, like Pop and Jam 50 and Elvis. Everything that they're doing is really interesting to me at the moment, especially as the world of, I don't know, dance music or whatever, the scene's kind of shifted in one specific direction. A lot of classic, kind of old school Detroit artists like Juan Atkins, and then obviously like the old school electro stuff, particularly like IF, and Alden Tyrrell as well. And then I'm also just really inspired by like huge like hip hop producers like The Dream, and I don't know, even like really old school ones like Jam and Lewis and those kind of people. Recently moved into a new studio, and it's kind of just everything's taken on much more of a hardware angle now. So everything is, well, the software I use is Ableton, but in our studio, which I share, we have a bunch of gear, like a bunch of drum machines. I'm really into 80s drum machines, and I tend to buy a lot of them on eBay. They kind of take up a lot of space in the studio because they're really huge and they don't do a lot, but I really love them. So it's mostly just analog gear now really, and I actually have found it harder to, where before I used to be able to sit on a plane or a train or anything and make something. Now I feel like I need to have all this stuff around me because everything is, I've just started sourcing everything directly from all these machines. Really enjoyed it, yeah, it was awesome. I just kind of started off with like some kind of slow jams and stuff, just to wait for them to fill out of it, and then it was, yeah, then I just kind of did a party set. It was fun. I'm doing another EP under another pseudonym, which I've just finished, or about to finish. And then aside from that, I will put out another EP on Night Slugs as Girl Unit, and then that may lead on to something bigger as well.